your small business like a bougie boss mom. So if you are a bougie boss mom over 40 or trying to become one, guys, this is what you want to do when it comes to marketing. Keep something in mind. Smart moms are smart for a reason. They're smart because they know who to pick to help them grow their small business. I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys some my story, a quick story that will help you better understand how to market your business so this way you can get that traction. I'm gonna explain to you a couple of my mistakes that I made and why I wasn't getting any traction at all for like the longest time before I started seeing any kind of traction, guys. Literally, I spent like maybe a year and a half going through all of my trials, triumphs, and tribulations, trying to figure out a way for how to get bougie boss moms to join my community, to join my small business that I was building. And as I was building, I recognized that there's a lot, like I was going through one skill, another skill, and no matter what I was doing, no matter how hard I tried, I just wasn't getting any clients. I wasn't getting any leads. And I was marketing, I was marketing all day and all night, and doing this in addition to my full-time job, spending colossal amount of time. And later on I recognized what was the mistake, and I want to make sure that you don't make the same mistake, guys. But unfortunately, I see a lot of moms over 40 make this mistake, and the mistake is not getting direction, not getting guided advice, guys. So I thought that I could just figure everything out on my own. So I mean, I did eventually. It just took me close to a year and a half to start seeing any kind of traction. Like my brain was getting so cooked from so many different skills. I would be like jumping from one skill to another skill and trying to figure out like, why the heck am I failing? How come I can't promote anything? And this was going on literally, guys, for a year and a half with me. And trust me, you're not the only one. If you're struggling and thinking to yourself, well, wow, how can I promote my small business? How come I'm failing? Well, I think you're gonna like my story. I think you're gonna love my failures. Guys, I've been failing so much, like literally for like a year and a half, nothing but failure after failure after failure, trying to promote my small business, trying to move it off the ground. And no matter, as I mentioned, no matter what I was doing, nothing was working. Absolutely nothing. Like, guys, if it's you, if you're in the same shape, kind of like I was for a year and a half, can you imagine trying to promote your business for a year and a half and getting no results at all? Can you imagine? That was me, guys. That was me. So I don't honestly, guys, I don't want you to get cooked. I don't want you to make the same mistake that I was making. So I'm just gonna spill the tea and tell you exactly the mistake that I was making. So you don't make the same stupid mistake. And guys, like, don't tell me, like, I don't care how smart you are, guys. I really don't care how smart you are. What I do care is like you recognizing that this can happen with anybody. Like it doesn't matter how good you are at your full-time job, whether you're doing this as a side hustle and thinking that maybe your full-time job is because you're so smart at your full-time job, maybe doing a business as a side hustle is gonna be it's gonna be smooth sailing. But guys, like, trust me, you can throw all of those skills, whatever you get at your full-time job, out of the window. Out of the window. They have zero relevance when it comes to building your business. Especially, like, guys, if you're trying to market your own small business, guys, like, you may be doing one thing that somebody else told you, and you may be 100% confident that whatever it is that you're doing is correct, but in reality, guys, it's incorrect. So, but how do you determine that? How did I figure this out? How did I realize my mistake, and what turned it all around? So, guys, for the biggest time, what I was over focusing just on one skill, and that skill was just content generation, creating insane amount of content, focusing on that, nothing but that, creating insane looking CapCut videos, being stuck like a zombie on a TikTok for like forever. And Granted, the skills got so far that $1 billion company created a drink after my company's name. It's called Freedom Fusion. I didn't expect that those skills just gonna, somebody like me with zero skills in content creation is just gonna take off and fly and land a deal with Pepsi. Like, I didn't expect that. No, well, it wasn't really a deal. It was just Pepsi loving the content so much they decided to build a drink, Freedom Fusion drink, after my company's name. And that's how you see Coca-Cola copied their their whole strategy, and now you see Coca-Cola coming out with people's names on their bottle. So so now, did it help me as a person? No, I didn't make any money on that. Did I find this really strange? Like, what is it? Did I go overboard with one skill and develop the skill in such a great way that I completely failed in everything else? Yeah, that's exactly what happened to me, guys. And the crazy part about it, this is exactly what's happening with many moms over 40. They pick a skill because they just seen some YouTube channel. They didn't really have a conversation with a coach or a mentor or somebody who could literally knock on their shoulder and say, yo, squabble up. What are you doing? Guys, like, this is happening, and this is really the situation, guys. This is what I'm discovering, not only in myself, but also in many moms over 40 who get addicted to this sensational feeling of comfort. And I mean, I get it. I get it, guys. You want to be in comfort. I know how it feels. It feels good, when you kind of sit in the same app and you feel good. You create, I don't know, do some threading. Next thing you know, you do 100 threads. Next thing you know, you start creating thousands of threads. And next thing you know, you're like addicted without even like anybody knocking on your shoulder and saying, yo, what the hell are you doing? Like, you should really go ahead and diversify your skills into other micro skills. So obviously that's what I was doing. I was doing this incorrectly for a year and a half. Now, of course, going back to kind of, if I was to rethink the whole thing, I would just say, okay, I was doing this for a year and a half. Can I really say that I was doing this in a wrong way? And the answer is absolutely not. I was doing everything in the correct way, except I was doing it in a wrong sequence. So if you're a mom over 40 and you have like gazillions and thousands of videos, I don't know, your camera roll, and you feel like your content is fire, you're feeling like your soul is telling you, it's speaking out and it's saying, like, what the hell, my content is fire. Like, what the hell? Why can't I break through anybody's mind? Like, I'm trying to get people to understand, like, this is my business. This is what I'm doing. Like, please understand me, right? Like, and you're getting crickets. If that's you, if you're getting crickets, but you actually, in my case, I didn't just feel, I knew. In my case, it was like, the content is fire. It's absolutely impossible for it to be not fire. Like, if it wasn't fire, why the hell would $1 billion company love my content so much that they would create a drink after their company's name? It just didn't compute. My mathematical mind, it didn't compute. And later on, I realized that I over-focused way too much on one skill. And of course, that skill, as I mentioned, it's still fire. Granted, I was able to build an entire talent agency around that skill. But needless to say, if you're making the same mistake, guys, if you're making the same mistake, and I will repeat again, if you're making the same mistake, get diversified. Okay, guys, immediately get diversified. I'm gonna tell you exactly what worked for me, guys. Exactly. Guys, so I'm gonna assume that you got cooked. I'm gonna assume you kind of went through the same path. You have a lot of, okay, maybe not exactly through the same path, but let's just say you got cooked. You got a lot of content, and now you'd be like thinking, damn, I got entire content full of Google Drive videos and all this marketing content that I was spending time cooking my brain, creating all those AI videos, doing all this stuff, and like, what the hell, I couldn't get any of that. I'm gonna save your ass right now, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what you could do for how you could basically take your past and monetize your past and make sure that you don't get further cooked anymore. And I'm gonna give you a few skills that you're gonna do. First, I'm gonna describe what I did, what made the huge leap forward. Like, it was just an exponential leap forward as soon as I did this. The first thing I did, guys, because here's in my problem, The problem, because I had so much content, I literally had like, imagine just like being cooked so much with your that you generated like a year and a half of content, and all of that content is in a Google Drive, and all of it is cohesive content, fire cohesive content. I mean, guys, you could take a look at my YouTube, you quickly see right away in my short form videos, it's just absolutely insane looking content. So when I looked at this, I asked myself, well, wait a second, how come my content is so insane but I get nobody interested in my business? And of course I was like, man, I gotta be something screwed up. Like, what the hell, how come nobody's telling me this, and what is it that I'm doing wrong? So this is what I did, guys, that turned the whole thing around. I hope you guys ready. If you're not listening to this, you could possibly be making the same mistake, the same exact mistake, guys, which can hurt you and cause you not getting any leads for your small business. If you listen all the way through, you're gonna learn what I did differently to fix this mistake. And by fixing the mistake, it was smooth sailing afterwards, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll start off. Okay, guys? I'm gonna go ahead and start off and tell you exactly what I did to fix this problem. You guys ready? I hope you guys ready, because this tea is not explained to anywhere in the world. Why? Because I don't know, it's a strange thing. I haven't seen anybody who created content so much that they ended up creating, like, literally, like, big billion-dollar company created a drink after their company's name. after seeing how far content is. And I knew that something was wrong. I knew that, like, there's no possible way in hell that my content is not good. I just knew. And if you are like that, once again, if you are like that, if you feel the same way, if you feel that your content is fire but you're getting crickets, then trust me, you're missing a skill. You're missing a micro skill. I'm gonna tell you what I did wrong. I hyper-focused just on one platform. Too much, way too much. The platform was too small, it wasn't wide enough. I'm still top creator on that platform. But I hyper-focused on one platform too much. I created content that was not possible to really do much in terms of automations with, in terms of kind of reusing that content easily, transcribing like all the transcripts from the videos. It just wasn't repurposeful big enough. Now, some of you will say, well, I don't have that problem. My content is also, I have a small business, and it's, I have a good YouTube channel, and whatever the case may be. And of course, guys, I get it. You may have a very good YouTube channel. I don't deny that. But the skill that I'm talking about that I discovered, apparently, like, the biggest acceleration for me, what caused huge transformation in my growth, was just me supercharging my Freedom Fusion System CRM with multiple socials, meaning, not in simple words. I did one thing. I'm going to tell you exactly what I did. I created a page in Freedom Fusion System CRM that shows, like, that takes all of my videos on YouTube. Before, I wasn't really focusing on much on YouTube. I didn't really have any videos to include or embed. What I did is I started embedding them into my sales page. And of course, I'm using Freedom Fusion System CRM, and it's available for you guys as well if you're part of my Fuel Incubator. But this is exactly what I did. As soon as I created the sales page and included all of those bells and whistles in there, I'm talking about YouTube videos, explanations, multiple YouTube videos that I already pre-created, multiple pieces of content that I already had all along. But the problem is, my brain was so passionate enough that it didn't really want to stop at any of those boring tasks and kind of including everything, organizing everything in a nice sales page. As crazy as it sounds. So I kept going. I'm like, I don't care about any of that. People will understand. Well, people didn't. They didn't. And that was the problem. So as soon as I created a fire-looking page that includes everything about my talent agency, like literally, and combines what the Freedom Fusion System CRM, all those automations. Oh, I think I'm gonna get some ice cream real quick, guys. I'm gonna stop buying some ice cream. I'm super hungry, guys. I'll stop by some ice cream. So guys, as soon as I put everything on a sales page, like all the videos that I had on my YouTube, like, well, not all, just like small fraction. I couldn't fit it all for an entire year and a half of all of my videos. There's like thousands of them. But I put a good chunk of them. And of course, if you want to see what this page looks like, you could just DM the word workshop on my Insta and see how that sales page looks like in terms of offering a free workshop. It's basically a very good offer, guys. Very good offer. Irresistible offer. When you look at that workshop, guys, you're gonna see irresistible offer. Now, can you believe this, guys? That it took me a year and a half to figure this out? Can you guys believe? That's crazy, right? So anyway, the bottom line is I created that sales page and I blasted it across my all socials continuously with a recurring rescheduled posts all the time, just being constantly blasted every week. And I did this straight for about for like 2 months. And then after that, and while all of this is happening, I would be creating threads and including topics for like concrete hyper verticalized topics for my niche. So obviously, guys, you know my niche is moms over 40. So I would do this for 2 months straight, put topics for stay-at-home moms, all those different topics for every threads, hyper verticalized, only in that direction. How crazy is that, guys? That's nuts, right? So that's what I did. And today I had somebody who registered for the workshop. So what started happening is this snowball effect, where people would find the website and it started getting ranked up on search results. So that's basically what happened, guys. That's how I was able to accelerate my talent agency. And now I'm in the phase of not only am I building a luxury pet brand in parallel with talent agency, but I'm also actually looking for coaches who can train you guys as well. So if you guys want to learn how to build your own luxury brand, how to become a luxury pet feudal lord, the brand owner, so you spawn money by reselling some products from China, you build a product, you private label it, and that kind of stuff. I do have a community you could join, and you can learn how to build that brand. So what right now I'm actually doing is looking for coaches, and I call those coaches feudal hustlers. So I'm doing everything based on the feudal system framework, guys. The framework states the following: you must reflect, learn, execute, mentor, and squash atomic habits as you do so across multiple platforms. That's what feudal system is. This is the framework that I followed, and I followed it initially when I didn't have any skills for like 2 months. And Pepsi, a billion-dollar company, built a drink after my company's name. As crazy as it sounds, guys. So this is as soon as I saw how powerful this framework is, I decided to build an entire talent agency based on that framework, the feudal system framework. And I called this talent agency Freedom Fusion System. And that's what you see as my title of that YouTube, as you see like what that is. And as I started doing this, I started building my bundle, my digital bundle, and this bundle is called Thread Stack. This is a bundle that can help you learn how to do the same exact thing what I was able to pull off with threads and other platforms. So this way you could quickly get ahead and start monetizing your brand. So if you guys want to learn more, DM the word workshop on my Insta to check this out. For now, I'm just going to get some ice cream, guys, but hopefully that makes sense, and I'll see you next time. Take care.